next is the importance of optional. Alright, so basically if you have seen more or less all the students who are making it to the final list, if you see the scores that they are getting in optional, it is closer to 300. Either their score is 290s or it's in 300, 310, somewhere there. There are people who have gone more than 320, that is another case. There are people who have got in with 270, 280, they are another case. It is very less number, but most of the people who are getting into the final list are scoring somewhere between 290 to 305. So what does this show? This shows that optional plays a very dominant role in your mains preparation. Okay, you have to have that competency to get 300 score nearby in order to make it to the final list. Maybe you are scoring 260, 270 consistently. That may take you to the interview. Luckily, you may get into the list. But if you want to, make sure that there is a foolproof method to get into the list, that means that you should have that competency to get the 300 plus in optional. The point I'm trying to make here is optional plays an important role. Okay, so please do not neglect optional. Okay, now in optional, usually please analyze the previous year questions. That plays actually a very important part. Okay, do not try to read blindly. Don't try to take up any classes without actually analyzing the previous year papers. Analyzing the previous year papers will tell you what are the dominant chapters in every sections. Okay, and every chapter will have some priority areas that UPSC keeps repeating the questions. And it is here that you need to work a little bit extra apart from other topics. Got it? Don't take every topic in the optional and try to go an extra level and try to do research. If you are doing that, one, you will take a lot of time to finish the optional preparation. Okay. Two, you are doing things where there is very minimum returns. Okay, that's a very wrong strategy. So always analyze the previous year questions. Usually from 2019 to 2012 is enough. So once you are analyzing, you are trying to find out what are the chapters in every section that are actually very important, that are actually favorite of UPSC. And the second thing is, every chapter, what are those areas that UPSC likes, or those areas where the topics are recurring or repeatedly being asked. By knowing this, and whenever you are studying, you know in your head even before you study that these are the topics that UPSC likes, or these are the topics that there are high probability of questions coming. So it is in these topics that you need to do some extra research, and other topics you should know the basics properly. Got it? So this should be the main strategy to go about things. Okay, now coming to the notes part of optional, notes plays a very important role in optional. Okay, because you will not have very much time to revise. Okay, you should have a very crisp notes that is being that should be made. Now again, what happens here is, usually students will try to do a perfect notes. They are going to take 10 sources and they tell themselves that from the 10 sources, I am going to read the 10 sources and I am going to make sure that all the good points from the 10 sources come into my notes. That's a very wrong strategy. If you're doing that, for one chapter, you're going to take 1 month to complete the notes. Do not follow that strategy. The strategy should be, you have analyzed the previous year papers, you know what are the priority chapters, what are the priority topics. Now you are going to take whatever one course or one material. From that material, you are going to understand all the topics in the syllabus. Listen to this, you are going to understand all the topics in the syllabus. Don't skip any topics. Understand all the topics in the syllabus and make notes on all the topics in the syllabus in such a way that there should be something about everything in the notes. That is, some content on every topic in the syllabus. Got it? It is okay that you have missed out on some points. It is okay that some topics may not have very good notes from whatever material that you are referring. In the first round, that is fine. The first round, the main objective of yours is to finish one comprehensive reading of the entire optional, and then making notes of all the topics that are there in the syllabus. That should be your first goal. And once that goal is done, that means that you are there at one level. You have reached that level. That level is, I have finished reading all the topics that are there in the syllabus, and then I have made some notes about it. Okay, it may not be the perfect notes, but I have some notes ready. So that will actually equip you to gain more and more value. That will actually equip you to write answers, and whenever you keep writing answers, you can add value to a particular topic. That can actually, from that level, you can go topic wise and research and add value to that particular notes. Are you getting it? So because now you know priority chapters and priority topics, and because your basic notes are ready, now you can do research, okay, on a particular topic that you feel that is very important and add value to it. Okay, so first and foremost, don't try to take 10 sources or multiple sources and make notes. Take one complete source that is giving a comprehensive knowledge of all the topics in the syllabus, and read that to have an idea what your option is all about, and make a basic notes ready. From there, you move on to the other things. Okay, the next is as I told you, you should never try to achieve a perfect notes. There is no perfect notes. Okay, the notes should cater to your needs. The notes should be UPSC savvy. All right, the notes, always tell yourself, the note should help me write a 15 marker. Nothing more than that. Got it? The next is answer writing to previous year questions. See, this is actually one of the best methods how you can enrich your notes. Once you have your basic notes ready, what you do is take the previous year question from 2019 to 2013. So all this previous year questions, if it's good that if you have segregated it chapter wise, or you get some material in the market that has segregated that particular thing, questions chapter wise. Now, whenever you finish a chapter and you have made the basic notes ready, try to write answers on it. Okay, again, when you're writing answers to the previous year questions, don't try to think I'm going to write a bad answer or will I be able to write an answer. It doesn't matter. Okay, but keep writing answers. So keeping a book exclusively to write answers of previous year questions chapter wise is actually a very good exercise. Now once you write that answer in that of all the previous year questions, don't throw that book. That particular chapters, whatever answers that you have written, becomes an addition to the notes that you have already been made. Okay, in that way you are enriching your notes by adding value to it. The next thing is taking up test series for that particular optional. You either take up a test series or you can get questions that are being made online. So either ways you do it. Once you take the test series, again you take the test series and write answers. When you're writing answers, content and presentation should be given equal emphasis. The same thing which we discussed before. Let it run through your mind again. Okay, the answer writing should not be just on the basis of content, both content as well as presentation. The next is value addition. When I say value addition, obviously when you take a test series and write answers, they will give you the synopsis even in optional. Again, the synopsis here, don't try to club the synopsis or don't try to throw the synopsis. Take the synopsis, only the value additions, add it to your notes. In that way, your basic notes is getting enriched, one by adding the answers of previous year questions and also by adding value from the synopsis that you're getting from the test series. In this way, you have to, enrich your notes. There should be a gradual step of basic notes, adding value and making sure that, things are covered comprehensively. Okay, step by step. So this is more or less the approach to optional. Got it?